Well, I am back, guys, and I came back. Said I'd come back, and I did. Not very often that I do that, but I wanted to get the Southern Charm premiere because I was so excited to see it. And again, because I couldn't market this. Oh, hello, Terry. I'm so glad you are too. Thank you so much too. Again, guys, in case you haven't noticed, I have not been on Instagram. Maybe you didn't notice, but I'm locked out of my Instagram, and that is where I have most of my chats. So I do a lot of my all of my everything posting about my shows, and so I'm upset about it. I'll be getting back in soon. So I'm asking if anybody, if you're on my Instagram and if you have this link, can you please share this and tag my Instagram, please, the Reality of Christopher one, um, because I really, it's making me crazy. It's going to take me a minute to get back in. A few things. Please hit like, subscribe, comment, all that, please. Replay or in the live chat. If anybody wants to chat, I'll drop the link. I'm going to do that real quick. In case anybody does, because I love talking about Southern Charm. I'm just going to recap a little bit of the episode and talk about it because it's freaking good, guys. It is like, I swear to you, how did we not? I mean, I guess we did. Did we realize this was a what's it called? Another Scandoval? Like, almost a Scandoval? Like, it feels like it oh my gosh, it feels like it was. Like, I think that they slept together, Austen and Taylor. It's crazy. And I can't freaking believe that, like, it's happened. I don't know. And I feel like it's another situation just like that's like, hello, reality. Thank you for coming back. We're talking about Southern Charm. The premiere, so good. But like, I've been okay, guys. I've been watching Southern Charm as long as I've been watching reality TV, as long as I've been watching Vanderpump and Real Housewives of Orange County, which has been since like 2009, since the very beginning. I've watched every episode. Southern Charm is my like number two. Of course, number one is Vanderpump. So I'm so excited. Oh, thank you, Terry. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I'm excited. Guys, I'm not haven't been outside, but I did post pictures of my yard, and I'm so excited. It looks really good. Oh, good, good, good. So I'm getting my studio back upstairs, redone and everything. Be back in there. This is my living room, but like I said, I'm gonna do the Who Started You On podcast. I'm gonna do it on here, and I'm gonna bring that back, and we're gonna relaunch it next week, and I'm extremely excited about it because I didn't know what to do with the Housewives and Headlines podcast, but I'm gonna go back to Who Started You On, which will be on here and also on podcast platforms, and I will make sure I link all that when it happens. Aaron and I are relaunching it. I'm going to make the thumbnail and the live for it so you guys can share it for me. And please, 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 please tell everybody to show up. I'm trying to get a lot of people to come. That's why I want to do it ahead of time. I want to schedule it ahead of time because, it took me a while to decide what to do with the podcast stuff because I love doing this and the channel's not going away. I'm going to keep it on here, but I'm also going to put it on the platforms too. So, like Spotify and all that because seems like that's the thing to do these days. Now, I want to try to monetize it, but okay. But this is Southern Charm, and I'm so excited. I know if you guys watch it, please tell me. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. Before we even get in, I believe that they slept together. I believe that Taylor is obviously devastated over her and Shep. She's drinking a little bit too much. It looks like, I don't know, maybe if they're editing that way, but obviously it looks like she's going through something because um she's just, it's a shame. It's a shame. And I feel like Shep would have stayed with her. And she, if she just didn't want to get married and not have kids, I don't know. I guess she would have been, if she wanted to be with him, she would just have to stay with him that and deal with that. I don't know. But he comes back from, all right, well, let me get into it because I got notes. Okay. So, first of all, we dive into this episode. Okay. It's the first episode of season 9. And we see how Olivia and Taylor become best friends. They're like besties hanging out, which is good because they're both single. And if we know that Shep and her broken up, her and Taylor broken up, Austen and it's never sorry, I guess I ate my Austen is never serious. So he messed that all up. I know, it's like crazy to me. I'm not surprised actually that they had feelings for each other because I feel like they're both I feel like Austen's still not over Madison, right? And I think that is not over Madison. And Taylor's going with this. And I don't know if she did it to get back at Shep, but it's crazy because the fact that her and Olivia are such good friends in the beginning, and I like that. I thought it was cool. And we see that Olivia, when they were at the reunion, everybody was telling her that Austen's in love with her, blah, blah, blah. And when they got back, it was not like that anymore. So anyway, they're all invited to. So we have Madison hanging out with Taylor. We see Shep coming back from, he was on a trip that Austen had met him on. He went to Australia, the outback and all this. Thought about Taylor the whole time, he said, right? So I don't know. The fact that they're all getting invited, they're going to be at Madison LaCroix's wedding party, which Madison, is the ex girlfriend of Shep, and he's in love with. I'm not Shep. I'm sorry, of Austen, that he's in love with, and she's married to somebody else, and he's a really good guy. So they're all going to be there, right? And Taylor's going to be there. Shep's going to be there. Taylor and Shep, they're both wondering if one or the other is back in town. So, they're talking and talking about everybody's being invited. Taylor's talking about she's coming, she's struggling to deal with the fact that she's single and that Austen promised her that future, and Shep promised Taylor a future. So, they're like besties and whatever. So, and then we have Austen's hanging out with Shep. So it's like, okay, what the hell? Are we trying to pull a Scandoval on purpose? Because that's what it seems like to me. It's crazy. So Shep just didn't want to change, and she's hurt and they're both hurt. So he went on his little trip. He comes back and, everything's going on in everybody's house. Like, so like everybody's talking about the fact that they don't think that, Austen's going to be at Madison's party. We see we see Craig and what's her face? Craig and his girlfriend, the one that's on Summer House. Now, don't get me wrong. I watched Summer House. I haven't watched it in a couple of years. I just know that he's with Paige. I'm sorry, Paige. So I call him, yeah, Craig and Paige. What was I calling him? I don't know, Pillow Page or something. Pillows and Paige, his podcast. But she's there, and I love the fact that we see our Craigie building a house. He's doing really good in the pillow stuff. Like, he's building this house and she's going to live there, and they're going to spend half the time in New York and half the time there, which is awesome. Right. So I don't know. It's really awesome to see Craig have his lives together, because, everybody gave him such shit this all up until, he started the pillow business. Like, because, he wasn't doing anything besides being on the show. But the thing is, he didn't have to. He was smart. He could have been a lawyer if he wanted to. He didn't feel like it. He passed the test when he passed the bar when he felt like it. He was, but the fact that he finally took something and did something with it, the pillow business, and he has a lawyer's office or something like that. He has a law office. That's awesome. He's doing really well. And I think that him and Paige are going to get married. And I think that it's a really good idea to spend half the time in New York when they're filming Summer House, and then the other half when they're filming Southern Charm, right? So that's awesome. I think that's great. And I love it. And I feel like they are going to be the couple that's going to stay together, get engaged. And I just love it. And so now we're getting to we're going to be at Madison's party, right? But first we see Madison and her new husband and her son. What's his name? Oh my God. Hudson. And her house. They're back from there. They got married back in November. And she said that, when she met him and he met her son, she just knew. And that's nice. Happy anniversary too. Happy anniversary. But I love that. You guys are I love you guys. You guys are awesome. We see her happy. She's beautiful. She looks, and she's like on her natural, like when they show her confessional, she's all done up, and I don't really like it. But then when they show her in the kitchen and she's all natural, and we meet her new husband, Brett, it's awesome. And like, he's on the show. So we have them all stable, married. She's happy. He's a firefighter. He's there a couple months of the year. He goes somewhere else or something. But they're doing well. Hudson's happy, and she's going to have a party. And then we turn to Whitney and Patricia. So Whitney is at Miss Patricia's house, his mom. And remember, she had the butler, Michael. Michael got hurt, or Michael had a stroke or something. I'm sorry. Something happened to him, and he's paralyzed now, and he lives in a home, which makes me sad because he was on there for so long. But she had a butler. That was Michael. He wasn't there for a couple of years because he's in the home. She has a new one. He seems okay. I don't care for Patricia at all. I just don't. She's not my cup of tea, put it that way. I mean, what I don't like about her is I feel like she was in Madison's ear that Austen wasn't good enough. And yeah, there's a huge difference between Austen growing up and the guy that she's with now. But I don't feel like that was a reason. She didn't have to be in her ear about that and say that she's to be with a rich man, blah blah blah. And so be it. But like, she's just just not my cup of tea. I miss Catherine. Catherine's no longer there. I miss Catherine, and I don't know why. I feel maybe I don't know. She left on her own. I don't know why Catherine is no longer there. Is she struggling? That's sad. I feel horrible. Last season was rough for her with the dude that she was with. He just seemed like he was using her. And I'm so glad that Nomi is not there. You guys, you don't even know how glad I am Nomi is not there. I'm going to get to the party, but I want to cover what we're not seeing, because I love the fact that Naomi's not there. She is a thorn she's boring, first of all. I don't know why she was even last season narrating the show. She brought nothing. She tried to make a storyline out of her and Craig's breakup. He's happy with somebody else. All she did was trigger him, and she's not there anymore. And she was so boring. If you watch my recaps from last season, I kept saying, why is Nomi there? That's why I call her Nomi. She's so freaking boring. And she was such a biatch. Like, whatever. Catherine, I feel bad. Like, I feel like, oh man, when she met Thomas, that was it. Like, she had the kids with him, and that's amazing. But the girl can't even smoke pot. Like, he's a freaking convicted felon cokehead. And he's the one who has custody of their kids. She was trying to be good this whole time. She slipped up drinking and making pot and stuff. And like, he still, this convicted felon cokehead still gets the children. And it's crazy to me. It's crazy. But I don't know if she's struggling. I don't know why she's not on the show. It's really sad to me. I miss Catherine being there. Usually when the shows like this, those main characters, one of them leaves, it really does you feel it. But this is one of those, or you don't feel it. I'm sorry. You don't miss them. To me, that's been the case. Like, I just was like, oh, I forgot they were even there. But this one, I miss Catherine. I feel Catherine not being there. Leva is there. And Leva, if you guys don't know, also has a reality show that she does with her staff at her restaurant, which I love. And she was on last season of Southern Charm, and she also had her show, which I can't remember the name of it. But I said before her show even aired, I would love it to see that. Like, that's what she looks. She's a boss. She didn't fit in with that crowd. She was very logical, not messy. So she didn't really fit in with them, but they were friends of theirs. But the fact that she owns the bar where everybody meets, I'm like, okay, I couldn't wait for it. It was really good. It's coming back, and Leva's on the show, and it's great because now she's on 2 reality shows. So as much as I can't take Summer House, like, Craig has managed to work the show circuit. Leva's got 2 shows. It's like, wow, okay, go them, right? But we get to the party, right? So it's Madison's party, and it's at her house, and everybody's there, and everybody's like trying to like act like it's just weird. It's weird. Austen's there, when he walks up to say hi to Madison, her husband. It's a real awkward thing. You got Craig there, and you got Taylor, who doesn't even know that Shep's going to be there. When Shep shows up, Shep thinks that he wants to. I miss Catherine though. I know, I miss her. And I don't even know what happened to her, but the thing with Thomas was disgusting, so disgusting. He used her. Yeah, it's gross. But I did miss her, and when we get to this party with Madison's. Oh, also, I'm sorry, Vanita. Vanita's back. Vanita is back. Oh wow, sorry guys. Vanita's back. If you don't remember, also last season, you do? Oh, I don't know. I don't miss Chelsea. No, I'm lying. I'm sorry. I miss Chelsea. I don't miss the other one. I don't miss what's her face. You know what I'm talking about. Married to the Doctor. But Vanita's back. And I kept saying Vanita, why I didn't understand why she was there last season. I didn't like Vanita. I thought that her starting with Olivia was disgusting and stupid and thirsty and sloppy and bad timing. But she has a boyfriend this season, and we're gonna meet him. He looks really nice. We met him for about 5 minutes on camera. And it seems to be that it might make her not seem as thirsty. So I like seeing her in that element. So seeing her have a boyfriend is going to be cool. Having him on the show, having Madison with her husband, I think that's going to be awesome. She's stable. We got Craig, who's stable with what's her face with oh my god, sorry Paige. Craig's stable with Paige. He's they're building their house, and then we got this sloppy mess freaking thing, Scandoval 2.0 with Taylor and Shep and Austen and Olivia. So the 2 best friends, I can't believe, apparently Austen, in the very beginning, before they even aired it, it was 2 months prior, but before that, when the season first episode first aired, it's all them doing confessionals talking about did they sleep together, and basically they all said yeah, it happened. But then we go 2 months back and we see how it leads up to it, right? So it's nuts. I can't believe that we didn't see more. Like, why didn't, like, you know how with Scandoval, I don't know, they picked the cameras back up. I don't know. Yes, Cameron, I don't miss her. I miss Chelsea though. I don't miss Cameron. I watched Cameron for years and years. I watched her on Wild Thing. I mean, I'm sorry. Oh my god, on reality. Oh my god, Krista. Real World. Sorry, Real World. I watched her on Real World and I loved her on there. I don't know. She kind of got on my nerves when she got on here. But anyway, because she was just very bossy. But I liked how she liked to make Shep accountable for things. But, Shep's never going to change, and he said that. But anyway, the fact that, okay, so Austen and Shep are BFFing around, right? And, unbeknownst to them, unsuspecting them, unsuspecting Shep and Olivia, somehow Taylor and Austen hook up. And then but before all that, when we get to the party, obviously Taylor has been drinking a lot. She's very broken over Shep. She gives Madison a vibrator in public. I don't know. Madison's like, girl, etiquette. But it was like, and then she was saying some things that were like, she was drunk, but she was saying some things to Craig about, just screaming about Shep and how he cheated on her. And she was extremely upset with Shep. She's talked to him for about 5 minutes. It seems that she just keeps drinking and she's not acting appropriately. And it's really sad to me because it starts to happen here. She starts yelling and stuff about Madison's party, and she's like, Shep doesn't care, blah, blah. Craig, you knew about this. And apparently he did cheat on her like the whole time they were together, which is horrible. And I feel so bad that she's on live TV or on like reality TV and she's unraveling, right? Apparently also Whitney says something about, Patricia brings up about a nude picture being sent to Whitney. I don't know if that was from Taylor. It's alleged. Everything I'm saying, guys, allegedly. I'm just hearing what was said. And I feel like Shep is going to be hurt by this, by watching this, because he knows what he said. I feel guilty if that's what's happening. He was unaware that she was still feeling this way. I don't know how, but I guess when he was out in the outback, but she's unraveling, and I feel like they're going to edit this season and make her look like she has an alcohol problem, a substance abuse problem, and then maybe she does. But she obviously is not broken up. She hasn't dealt with the breakup, and if she hooked up with Austen, I don't know how I feel about it. Actually, I do. I know how I feel about it because I don't like her doing that to Olivia. Okay. And, when Madison was with Austen, he cheated on her. So when Taylor's at the Madison's party, her husband's party, and she's yelling about Shep, somebody asked her to stop or something. And she said, well, what about, he cheated on you, or you cheated on her too, or something, or he cheated on you too, or something like that. And it's like, oh God. And they're like, no, Taylor. Like, I don't know. It was just really bad, really bad, because when she brings that up, Craig starts yelling, starts getting loud with her and saying, why are you yelling at me? I didn't cheat on you. He did. And she's like, well, he doesn't give a shit. And it was bad. It was really bad. It was really, really bad. And I felt like Olivia should have maybe, somebody should have stepped in and said, Taylor, please, calm down. I think Craig tried, but clearly she's not okay. And I feel horrible about it. I feel bad watching it. And it reminds me of what happened with on Vanderpump Rules. It reminds me of what happened with what's her face, with Rachel Raquel. We didn't realize that she was so devastated over a breakup, and she's doing a lot during the season. She's drinking, acting out, ends up sleeping with his friend. I mean, it is Sandoval 2.0. Okay. And as much as I love talking about Vanderpump and all, I can't believe that maybe we will witness it. I don't know. Maybe we're going to see what happened. Maybe it's on the season, guys. Actually, I don't know. We don't know. But it's crazy that it's fucked up. Actually, I mean, if you want to get back at Shep, like, oh my, this is it. And I don't think she did that to get back at him. Oh, maybe she did. I feel like she's just hurt, and maybe he was there. But to do it to Olivia too, see, that's the other element, like Scandoval. Like, you're also friends with this person's ex, the girl. Like, you're friends with, this is Scandoval 2.0, guys. Well, guys. And you know why? And it's like Austen too, because Austen is just like Sandoval. He's just trying to get it together, and he's like out partying all the time and doesn't want to grow up. And wow. Yeah. It's crazy. And it's going to make a really good season. It's just going to be really sad to watch the unraveling of all these friendships, because it really looks like her and Olivia bonded. And the confessionals are wild, because you see them, but in the very beginning, the confessionals, it's basically them admitting it, but then also the same outfit that they're wearing, the same confessionals, they're talking about what's happening, prior to that, like, like acting, they're supposed to act like that didn't happen yet, But yes. Oh, I know. And this is my thing. I don't know if you heard me, but I feel like like she said, I was the whore that stuck around. And I was like, wow, that's the truth. That's just so sad. And maybe he thought, Aaron, hi, Aaron. Oh my God, Aaron. Oh my God. Okay, Aaron. I know you don't like Southern Charm, but I just did Sister Wives, and I announced the Whose Side Are You On relaunch and told them all about what we were doing and how excited I was. And that, I was going through our I just can't wait. I told them all about it. And then I'm still doing this, and that we're gonna do the Whose Side relaunch next Friday. I'm gonna make the thumbnail. I just wanted to go through. I went through our last year's Whose Side. There's so many of them, Erin, and it got me so excited. But guys, I'm really excited about it. And Erin doesn't like Southern Charm, but she's here and she shows up for me a lot. Terry, you show up. You guys all show up for me. You guys show up for me, and I love you guys, because the thing is, you don't have to. You guys you do because you want to, or you don't have to, you do it. And I hate acting like I'm not trying to be, what's called that, whatever, putting myself down. But you guys all know, what I go through, and you know how much it means to me just to have you guys here. I appreciate every single one of my subscribers, especially you guys. And Erin, I'm excited about Whose Side. And it was, like I said, I didn't know what to do with the podcast side. But I'm very attached to Whose Side Are You On, and I'm upset that I stopped doing it, but we're back, and we're going to be back, and we're going to keep going. And I'm going to have guests every week, hopefully. Yeah. So that's I'm so excited. Let's maybe Aaron's here. But anyway, Aaron, I know you don't like the show, but we're talking about Southern Charm and this season premiere. And it's a Sandoval 2. But it's Scandoval 2. We'll call it Scandoval Southern Charm style. I don't want to call it 2.0. It's Southern Charm style, because it's like, oh my God, it's Taylor. It's basically like Rachel Raquel. She's broken from the guy that doesn't want to commit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then he hooks up with his friend's girlfriend. Oh boy. They broke up, and then they're all hanging out, and oh my God. And it's like she is unraveling, and it's not good, and we're going to see it all. And it's like this, and I don't believe that this was a setup or anything. I feel like it happened at the same time Scandoval did. I'm shocked that we didn't. It's going to be, I don't know. Maybe people are talking about it. Maybe Southern Charm is not as big a deal to everybody else as it is to me, but to me, this is nuts. Everybody's stable, and then you have these four. And it is like, wow. Can you, like, some of the scenes are like, this says, like Olivia yelling at Taylor, and also the lies between you two were outrageous. And like, yeah, man. Look at me. I'm getting excited. It's messy, but listen, this is what I'm talking about with reality TV. I am dead set. This is, what I said. Well, we were down like the last 2 years. We were at the rock bottom of reality TV. We had all these criminals and all these like felonies and stuff, and all these people going to prison or not, may or not, have known Erica. Jen Shaw may or may not be guilty. I don't know if she's guilty. Never mind. All this. All right. So we're like so addicted to that, thinking that we needed that for these shows to be like successful. And we were like, oh my God, the season's gonna suck. OC is gonna suck. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, guys, listen, no. We went 10 years prior to that with no criminals, no criminalistic behavior, none of that toxic Jersey stuff. Where around here, I am done with it. By the way, I broke up with Real Housewives of New Jersey. I will not cover it this season. I will not talk about it, and that's it. I will announce that later, but I just want to say that real quick. I will not. We broke up. We were on a permanent break. I will not talk about it, and don't ask me about any of it. I will not talk about any of it. That's just that. So that's the sad part about me doing Whose Side Is. I'm not going to do Jersey. It is too emotionally draining for me. even when I try to stick to just the episodes and talk about it, it's very emotionally draining, and most of you know why. So that's it. We're not gonna talk about it. I have to deal with enough of it in my own in my real life. So I'm tired, and then this is my escape. And when I talk about that, it just brings me down. But yes, she has. Shep has done a number on her, and you see it, and it's sad. Um, I got sidetracked as usual, guys. Sorry. I'm surprised I made it here twice today. I'm actually because I'm excited. You know, I love it too, and I'm glad. I know I'm going to even without this like little affair thingy that happened with Austen and Taylor. We didn't really know about it. I'm still watching it. It's still exciting to me. I just miss Catherine, and I want to know what's going on with Catherine and Thomas. And then remember that girl that Thomas met or brought over here, and she was on the show for a little bit. She used them. I forget her name, but she was on. Remember, she was on too. Like very shiny, not very shiny, guys. But yeah, Southern Charm, and like the fact that not Austen, that Shep is so um unattached or unaffected by this breakup that not unaffected. He thinks that they should be able to be friends, and that she maybe had some time to get over it and she'll be okay. And he has no idea how broken she is. She said all she could find out, all she kept hearing is how much he cheated on her. And when she was yelling at Craig, I felt so bad for her. And it leads to her walking away, and you hear you hear Craig say to Shep, look, you need to tell her that you guys are done and this is not about you, or something like that. Really nasty, like stop going and talking about me, basically. And you see Shep's face like he doesn't agree. He doesn't say anything, but I don't think he wants to do that, because I don't think that's how he feels. I think he feels extremely responsible. I think he's going to be extremely broken and sad when he sees Taylor act like this. I hope so. I freaking hope so, because that's not right. It's sad, and I feel bad for her. And yeah, he did a number on her, man. He really did. And the fact that he said he cheated on her the whole time, I am like, wow, man. Because it's not like I was out there cheating and trying to do it. Oh, I'm sorry, you weren't trying to cheat on her. What did you fall and your dick landed? I'm sorry, your dick landed in somebody's pay that it just happened to land in it. And oops, like, come on, dude. Like, what do you mean? Like, and okay, he would have stayed with her and just kept doing all that, right? And if she would agree to just never want to get married, but hey, I'm okay with not getting married. I don't want to. You don't need that piece of paper, and I am dead. You did not have to get married, but maybe she wanted to have kids, right? And he didn't. Maybe down the line, if she stayed with him and she got pregnant, maybe he would change. I don't think he'd be a bad dad, and I don't think he would leave her. He still has to be a dad. I'm not saying she got pregnant on purpose, but I feel like he would have eventually been okay with having a child. They didn't have to have that piece of paper. They were happy. I thought that she made him to me, I didn't know he was cheating. I really didn't. I thought he changed. I didn't think he was going to get married, and I felt like everybody kept asking and talking about it, and they made that a thing. And it was like everybody around them made this problem of them not getting married. I think they were perfectly fine with not getting. She would have been fine if people weren't constantly telling her that they had to get married and making it like, okay, now, making such an effort to make sure that everybody knows, and she knows that he doesn't want to get married, and just pushing that. And it's like, okay, we know, but why is everybody making it a thing? And that, I think, is why they end up breaking up, because it turned into something that they never even had a problem with for 4 years. They never, unless she did wake up one day and say, I want to get married to him and I want him to change. But that, to me, I don't feel like that didn't if that happened, I'm sorry for that. But she was with him for 4 years. She knew all of this. He never lied to her ever, except the cheating part. So, everybody else made the thing. She said I was willing to work it. I don't know. It's just sad to me. It's like another and I hope people don't start going, oh my god, she's drinking too much and it's Bravo's problem, because I haven't been on, like I said, I haven't been on Instagram, but I don't know what's the latest with Bethany. I don't know what's going on with this whole lawsuit trying to make Bravo accountable for the drinking and people's mental health. And I believe in residuals and whatever it's called, whatever residual money for them to keep playing their the episodes everywhere. Like they play Housewives in every country constantly. I believe that all the reality show people do residuals, the money for that, whatever. But that's a different show. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the talk is. I don't know if people are still saying that. I don't know. This is the thing. I don't know where the blame ends and begins with. Where does it begin with the cast member and then Bravo? Where does it begin to become Bravo's problem? And then maybe it's all Bravo's problem. And are we taking accountability away from the people that are drinking? I don't know. Like that's the room for like talks there. I feel like, and also maybe healthcare. I don't know. All the residual, like the money, and maybe like I don't know how to go and deal with the alcohol and the substance abuse and all that, because I don't feel like they're pushing these people to drink and eat. And if they're saying that, you're an adult, you don't have to drink. And breaking the fourth wall like they did on Below Deck, absolutely, yes. Oh my God, yes. Definitely step in. That becomes a danger. That becomes, who cares about the fourth wall? Somebody could have got art. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they need to like literally have a sit down and make that a thing. That should just be, you should just step in. Like I am sick to my stomach thinking about that situation and Below Deck, and like other situations that were on there too. Like, Southern, I've never seen the fourth wall be broken with Southern Charm, but with Taylor drinking, I hope that if somebody, if she doesn't try to drive or anything, I hope they would step in if something was going to happen, because she doesn't seem stable. Yes, the nurse, that was it. Was she a nurse? Ashley, yes. Ashley Jacobs. She was like in and out of the seasons after that, but she definitely used him. Ashley, that's right. But like, I don't know. And with Catherine too, like I guess Catherine is really not doing well if she's not on the show. And does anybody know why? I wish I had looked that up, but like maybe we'll ask Siri. Hey Siri, can you Google Catherine from Southern Charm and the reason why she is not on season 9? Say, we'll just ask Siri. Here we go. Why isn't Catherine returning? Okay. Oh, here we go. I should have pulled it up as a screenshot. All right. Okay. Catherine Dennis announced her departure. She announced her departure earlier this month. Okay. Southern Charm will not be reporting the Fame series. There are numerous reasons why the mother of two decided to leave the show. Catherine has been a star. We know that from day one. Sorry, reading from Reality Blur. She was also earlier a center of drama. However, after a few rough years, she has decided no longer. Okay. Okay. I don't know what the hell. Why? Like, get to the point. Talk about Thomas. Blah blah blah. Why is she not joining? The main reason she decided not to come back to Southern Charm is her ongoing custody battle. I figure with Thomas, the two they share, Kenzie and Saint. He has primary custody. Like I said, why? The convicted cokehead felon, who literally is just money. Like that's it. Why does he have full custody? This poor girl, right? She was 23 when they met. It's the legal battle. Oh, her mother died in 2020. That's suffering a major loss. Her legal team ultimately dropped Catherine. She didn't pay them. She's going through some things, Catherine. Her fair share of feuds. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I guess maybe because she has her issues with drinking. It says she's been I feel like Catherine should have been literally the narrator of the show. I honestly, like, I'm really upset that she's not back, and I hope that she's doing well. So I'm loving like the Catherine, because I didn't like seeing what happened with her and that dude last year either. I felt like he used her too. Yeah, but Thomas really messed her up. They met when she was 23. Think about it, maybe even younger. And then she has 2 children with him, and like he's on drugs, and they're doing drugs together. She's the only one getting in trouble, And then he loses her mother, and like, oh God, it's so horrible. I just wish she would find a nice guy, and it's a shame. So love and like Catherine, but yeah, Ashley, God. Well, we're at the party, but like I don't know, kind of bad. Like at the party, it was just sad. I don't feel like that was the good environment for everybody to start talking about the situation between Shep and, but I guess that was the first time she saw Shep. So Taylor, it's going to be a very interesting season. I'm excited about it. I'm excited that it's back on, and I'm excited that at least 4 of you are here watching this little recap of mine, especially my little Miss Erin. Yes. So yeah. The kids like by the kids were like Catherine's allowed to have the kids on the show last year, so I don't know. Maybe it's just harder for her to not smoke. I don't know. It's legal to smoke a pot. I don't know. But anyway, so this was Southern Charm, guys. Not very long. Like I said, I'm excited to relaunch the Who's Already On podcast, even though I just always kept it here and I stopped doing it. I called it a segment on here, but I also had a podcast, but I never put the episodes up on the podcast platform. I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to leave Housewives and Headlines where it is, and I will upload maybe some Bravo news up on there because my main focus I'm going to keep on Whose Side Are You On because I love talking about that stuff. It is talking about the week's biggest feuds. I'm going to do polls. Aaron, if you listen, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but like I was doing polls before, I'm going to do the polls leading up to the show with the main Whose Side Are You topic. But I'm also going to present both sides instead of coming on and being I'm on this. Hey, hello, hello, hello. You watch Southern Charm? Kathy, I'm excited there. Hi, Kathy. My husband's coming home. It's going to be a little loud for a second, but I'm going to present both sides. So instead of just coming on saying I'm on this person's side and this is my side, and I say who side are you on, Aaron? I want to be able to be biased, present both sides, and then at the end, I will tell you whose side I'm on. I'm just going to make sure I give both both sides, be very fair. And I'll also discuss your guys' side, which your guys' side is from the polls that I do on my social media leading up to it. So hopefully I'll have a guest every week. But me and Aaron are going to do like a relaunch of Whose Side You On next week. And I'm going to do it's going to make it fun. We're going to do like a rapid fire round too. We're going to bring up our old Whose Side You On and see whose side we were on last year and if we're going to change it, whose side we're on this year, if it's changed up. And I'm going to open up the lines so you guys can come on and talk about it as well. But I'm excited about it. And yeah, so I'm going to do Pringle. I don't know. I have the Pringle. Remember Pringle? Oh my God. Pringle was weird. We saw him without his shirt on, and that he reminded me of like Paul Bunyan. I don't know, with hairy chest. It's just weird. I didn't like Pringle. I like Pringle with his kids. And when his ex-wife came to visit, I liked him then. Just him hanging out and like hitting on all the girls was weird. Like Pringle's gone. Do you think he'll show up? Lev is back, but Lev also has her show. I'm excited about that. Catherine's gone. Thomas is gone. Thank God he's gone. He had an essay assault allegation. So it's like Bravo is just, they pick and choose. They're so they have no. We're not going to talk about that Bravo, but guys do. Anyway, but as much as I love talking about Southern Charm, I'm going to make it a Whose Side Are You On show probably. I'll probably do Whose Side Are You On because I don't want to be just a recap person. I have a hard time actually with even when I have notes, I have a hard time recapping and remembering a show. So, but I do like talking about feuds, and I think I do a good job of presenting both sides. So, and I also, Aaron, I said that me and the Real Housewives of New Jersey have broken up. We are. I will no longer. I don't know. We're broken up. So I will not talk about that show. I will not recap it. I won't discuss it. I don't want to hear about it. And that's it. So that's going to be. I mean, it's going to be one of the shows that's running, but it's like I can do Whose Side Are You On. There's going to be enough shows on for me to do that and not have to do Jersey. It's very mentally exhausting for me as it is in real life, and it's even worse when I have to talk about it. And I didn't realize that until last year. And I'm, even with the toxic stuff that everybody is tired of seeing it, but I definitely am tired of talking about it because it's just, nobody listens to me anyway. I am supporting Kim D, by the way. Oh yeah, we'll get into a little bit of that, guys, real quick. I'm supporting Kim D. Screw David Gontief. Not one because of what he did to her, and they have their own thing, but two because of this thing, him not going and not having a live show. He never told anybody that the show was canceled, and the tickets were about $200 or $100 a piece. About that, and he never told anybody, so they couldn't get their money back. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Shep's pregnant cousin. Yes, that's right. Maybe they're all coming back, and we just haven't seen them yet. Maybe we haven't seen them yet. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, and Vanita's back. I feel like maybe they're going to be introduced later on, but I'm like, this whole thing's going to steal the whole show. I guess, but yeah. What was I saying before that? Shoot, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, probably something I should be talking. Probably not Jersey, but anyway, we're not going to talk about Jersey. But yeah, I want to do the feuds. Whose are you on? There'll be enough shows to talk about. Too toxic for me. I don't want to, but I want to do a fair job of presenting both sides because we'll have what Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm excited for that to come back. I am for some reason. I'm loving Salt Lake. By the way, guys, I'm sorry I forgot to even talk about Salt Lake. I might have to come back and do Salt Lake whose side because I literally am loving Monica, guys. Loving Monica. I think the fact that she is on and she was a witness in the Jen Shaw case against Jen Shaw, and then she ends up coming on the show. You know how that bad that is going. You think, Kath? All right, we'll talk about this in one second. Hold that thought. Jen Shaw's got to be going absolutely insane, knowing that this girl that kind of ratted on her didn't probably start to, literally is now on the show and replaced her. Like that has got to be making her crazy. So I'm like loving it, and I don't care if she said they lied. She lied about would be in the witness, but all she said was she told her friend that was a witness, no Secret Service person. That doesn't mean that she. My husband's not losing. I'm going to make him come in front of the camera. He's trying to fuck with me. I love him though. I should make him come to the camera right now. But she just told her Secret Service friend, and he just happened to be he knew that she was under investigation. So just because she said that doesn't mean that she lied about being a witness. It just makes me nuts, and I love it. It's just making it go over his. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving Salt Lake right now. I don't want to jinx it, but Jersey is okay. Jersey is my strong. I know. Kathy, good. You, what Kathy said, what you said. You said, and I mean, not yeah. Well, not yet, but it's too much. It's extremely mentally exhausting living here, and then I realized talking about it, even if I just stick to what's on the show, it becomes a lot. And then with the person that's coming back, I don't even want to. You're right. He basically won. Basically, yeah, that's kind of was what happened. I do have tickets for the Posh Fashion Show, by the way, Kathy. No thanks to David Yontif. He screwed us with I had tickets with him to get the Luann's live show. He's not coming because of the breakup with him and Kim. So screwed out of that. And then I was going to be his date the Posh Fashion Show and to pay me back for the tickets for the live show. And because of the breakup and him not going, he's completely effed me. But that's fine. I still have 2 seats for Posh Fashion Show. That I'm going back and forth about going because like what I just said, but I don't know what's going to happen. It's October 28th. It's like a month and a half away. And the other person coming with me, I asked 2 people that I feel comfortable coming with me, that I won't that would protect me. I don't know how to say this. Not protect me, but I would feel like I wouldn't be in the middle of anything if this person was with me. And we'll just see. We'll see. Because I feel like I'm basically, if I'm not talking about it, why would I even go? But it's a Posh Fashion Show, guys. Like seriously, I really want to go. I really because I really like him. I feel bad what David did to her, but okay, yeah, that's what he did. It's insane. The fact that he literally canceled the show and didn't tell anybody. City Winery put an email out and said, "You guys have 7 days to get back to us, or you don't have a refund. You get City Winery credit." Well, who the heck opens up their emails? Because if you get tickets from City Winery, you get 30,000 emails a day from them. They tell you about everything. So it's insane that he just didn't tell anybody. He still has yet to address it. I unfollowed. I'm not on his Patreon. I was trying to stay on it to be nosy, but I tried to ask him in the comment section. I'm like, dude, why are you completely effing me over? Like, whatever. It's fine that your shows that you canceled your show, but you should have told people. And then, what about the Posh Fashion Show? What about the live show? I'm not going to sit with people I don't know at Luann's thing. I don't know your friends. You're not going now. He's an. I don't know. I hate him. And the other toxic one that's being toxic to Dana Wilkie, that was a friend of mine. I'm done with him too, because I don't like what he's doing to Dana. Whether he wants to deny it or not, I can see what he's doing. I've heard him say things. It's just I don't like this toxic shit. That's why I don't want to talk about Jersey. And I feel like I'm suspecting that there's other people behind the Patreon that Kim has, and those 2 people are the people that I don't want to talk about. The people that are triggering for me. So literally, it's going to end up going to prison over him. And you guys know, we'll just watch. For people to actually go and start a podcast or a Patreon just to smear people, it to me makes no sense. I think it's disgusting and sick. But whatever. I'm here because I want to be. I'm not trying to make any money. I'm just little man on the totem pole, like little Krista over here. Trying to be fair. All right. Well, I'm done. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. I see everybody on all the other ones. Thank you. I'm going to link this. I'm going to probably link this. I'm on Twitter, but yeah. I do want to talk about Salt Lake, but I don't know when. But I definitely want to. Erin, thank you. And guys, seriously, thank you so much for coming, subscribing, replay, guys. Definitely look for the Whose Side Are You On? It's going to be next Friday, 12:05-ish lunchtime. That's what time I think we used to do it last year. And we had a good amount of people show up. So hopefully we do again. And if not, oh well. I love you guys anyway. Thanks for showing up. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, please. Oh yeah, please follow me. I'm gonna get back into my Instagram. Just follow. I'm at Krista Marie. What am I at? Reality with Krista Marie. Everywhere. Reality with Krista Marie. Love you guys.